Whoa, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is the Friday Morning Buzz here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, and it is the last Friday Morning Buzz of the semester. Please tell me you're just as sad as I am. I am so upset. You have to cry. Cry.
I'm very sad.
No. It's Emily's very last Buzz ever because she's graduating.
I don't want to go.
I don't want you to go. But
crying.
That's a whole nother story for later. We're not going to get sentimental till later because why would we do that when we have a whole 2 hours ahead of us?
It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a great time. But for now, I guess I should introduce myself just in case you haven't been listening to me all semester. If you haven't, shame on you. But my name is Gabi Lutz. I am your host of this Friday morning show. Terry Dickerson is in fact my co-host. Hi, Terry.
Hi.
See, we're in a good mood today.
We are.
Amanda Gediosi, you are in fact my newscaster. And I remember the days when I could not pronounce your last name.
Yes.
Gina Morelli, our queen. What's popping with Gina? You know the vibes. Yay. And Emily Struble. I had to. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry though. That's our sportscaster. Sports. So I guess we should get into it. Also, MetaMates, you like the new glasses? I just got them yesterday.
I think you always look fantastic.
They were free. Thanks, Lara.
For
Lara
the
typed
free?
drippy in the chat.
For the free?
They were free because we had our lost and found clean out yesterday.
I'm
at the
dead.
rack. So they were in fact free. Because this is the last ones of the semester. Anyways, I guess we should get into the show. And since that's what we're here to do the show, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Survive. So in that case, Amanda, sweet Amanda, will you please?
Yes.
Will you please do the newscast?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm Amanda, and I'm going to be talking about the building collapse in central China. The residential and commercial buildings in central China suddenly collapsed on September 9th, and at least 9 people have been arrested on suspicion of ignoring building codes and other violations. The arrested include the owner of the building and 3 people in charge of the crime. 10 people treated in the hospital. All of the survivors are reportedly intact. In national news, a passenger taken into custody after opening the emergency exit and walking on the wing. A United Airlines passenger was taken into custody Thursday morning at Chicago O'Hare International Airport after opening an aircraft door and walking out onto the wing of a male subject was on board a plane that was when he pulled the emergency and walked out onto the wing of the ship. United Airlines said ground he arrived Montclair area this no matter how much they've been say seems impossible. We must turn our outrage whether today is Thank you so much, Amanda. You're so amazing.
Thank you.
Are you coming back to us next semester?
I hope so. I really want to.
Okay, very exciting stuff. Facebook, I'm sorry if you cannot hear us while we're working on that because for some odd reason the computer hates us today. But everybody who's listening on iHeartRadio and or in their car, congratulations. You can hear us.
Or on the website.
Or on the website as well. That's a vibe always.
While we wait, I can't get over
While
the fact that somebody like walked on the wing of a plane.
That's so funny
Oh,
to me.
yeah,
I think we're
that's
gonna-
really funny.
Yeah, when I
Very
was
dangerous. Do
freaking
not
out.
try that at home. Or
Facebook. Are we working now? I think we are because the mic is doing the thingy.
Metamates
So-
blink.
Metamates, Metamates, Metamates. Let us know in the comment section down below. Lara, go look at the comments.
For Metamates, I mean,
Sorry, guys.
my mom. Tell us.
Beth, text me since she's the one who told me not hear us right. In that case,
Producer Beth.
producer Beth, literally stealing Lara's job? Question mark. Emily Struble.
That's me.
You want to do your sports update?
Sports.
Sports.
All right, guys. The NHL playoffs are in full swing with tons of action. One of the most talked about series is the Rangers versus Penguins. The Penguins took game one in double overtime with a deflection in front from Malkin on Tuesday. Last night, the pair faced off again for game two, and the Rangers ran away with the win, tying the series at 1. They won the game 5-2. The New York Mets came back from a 7-run deficit last night against the Phillies in the 9th inning. Starling Martes got the tying double and then went on to score the game-winning run, beating the Phillies 8-7.
Phillies.
ending the NFL draft, Brock Purdy was taken in the 7th round, number 262, picked by the San Francisco 49ers, earning him the title Mr. Irrelevant. He will receive a Lozman Trophy, which is the exact opposite of a Heisman Trophy. He and his guests will also attend Disneyland, media events, and visit the beneficiary charity. At the end of the week, Mr. Irrelevant will also serve as the guest of honor at the Lozman banquet. The 76ers fell short to the Heat Wednesday, 103-119, putting them down 0-2 in the series. The 76ers will look to bounce back tonight at 7. Here in Montclair, the women's softball team lost on the road yesterday to Stockton 3-1. They were knocked out of the playoffs. The baseball team and men's lacrosse team are also looking to advance in the playoffs. The baseball team will face off against William Patterson tonight at 7, and the lacrosse team will play on Saturday at 1 against Stockton. That's all I got for sports.
Sports. Can I just say the only reason I knew about the Rangers game last night was shouts out to my lifeguards, Aiden and Greg, who were watching the game on shift.
Yeah.
They're the only reason I knew about that game.
Yeah.
It was a good game. It's gonna
Apparently
be a
it
really good
was.
series.
They were
I'm very
really excited as they were watching the screen.
It's gonna go to
So.
game 7 for sure.
Do you think so?
Absolutely. They're gonna go back and forth.
That's valid.
I mean, Rangers can run away with it for a period or two, but they keep losing it towards the end. Like the first game, they
Uh-huh.
lost it They had it and they just lost their edge.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really watch sports like that, but everybody I know likes the Rangers. So I don't know. I don't know.
Go Mets. Let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets. I'm a Phillies fan, actually.
South Jersey vibes.
South Jersey vibes. No, literally. Everybody's like Phillies. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going on a tangent. Sometimes that happens, but that's okay.
I think we're about to go on another tangent, honestly.
As we always do.
As we
right?
always do.
Yeah. So I guess we'll get into what we're going to talk about, right? Everybody's talking about it because it's literally all over the news. So we're going to be talking about abortions. Murphy wants to expand New Jersey's abortion law in wake of the likely Roe v. Wade ruling. Days after he blasted the Supreme Court leak of the overturning of Roe v. Wade, Governor Phil Murphy said he's open to expanding New Jersey's recently enacted law preserving the legal right to obtain an abortion in the state. Murphy signed the bill in January as he and fellow Democrats aimed to protect abortion in New Jersey out of fear the nation's highest court would strike down Roe v. Wade. For context and a brief history lesson, the 1973 decision that made abortion legal at the federal level. But the measure he ultimately approved was a watered-down version of an original proposal pushed by some lawmakers. Two provisions that failed to make it into the final law would have required state-regulated insurance companies to pay for abortions for women who entered the country illegally, and would have imposed an insurance mandate for covering the procedure. On Tuesday, his initial response to the leaked Supreme Court draft decision, Murphy wouldn't say whether he supported strengthening New Jersey's law. But on Wednesday night, the governor was more forthcoming when he asked during a television interview with New Jersey Spotlight News if he's open to having insurers cover the cost of abortions. Murphy said, quote, in a word, yes. Why should abortion be treated differently than any other reproductive health care? End quote. The governor said he'd like to revisit the issue very soon with the Democratic-controlled state legislature. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed to become law, but the controversy over the Supreme Court leak may change the conversation, though it may still be a challenge. A new bill would need to be passed by both the Senate and Assembly before Murphy could sign it into law, and Democrats are down 7 seats in the legislature compared to the last legislative session when the abortion law passed. So if you don't know, Roe v. Wade is in the works of being overturned. If you don't know what Roe v. Wade is, it's basically a woman's right to an abortion. Legal abortion, safe abortion here in the United States. And what Murphy's trying to do is protect those rights in New Jersey, at least, because he feels as though you should have a right to reproductive health care.
Absolutely. And I think we are very lucky to be living in a state that has protected this for so long in worries that this would be a thing. And it's unfortunate that we've reached this point, because when this news came out, a pit fell into my stomach. And
yes,
it's the fact that there's so many states in this country who are so willing to take away this right to safe abortions, and because it doesn't get rid of abortions. I think a lot of people know that does not get rid of abortions. It just gets rid of the opportunity to have a safe abortion.
Exactly.
But it's reassuring in terms of living in New Jersey that as women and people who are with uteruses or uteri, whatever the word is in general, have,
I feel like uteri sounds right. I don't know why.
Right, but have the ability to be protected under these current laws that are in place. Hopefully Murphy will be strengthening them, but this whole situation just puts a pit in my stomach.
And as you said before, with the whole abortions will still happen, abortions were happening before Roe v. Wade was a thing.
Way before.
And the whole point of Roe v. Wade was to keep people safe, at least when going through one.
Exactly.
You know, once you take that away, I mean, they're still going to try it if they're really desperate, and it can affect a woman's health. It could even kill a woman, like, or someone with a uterus.
Exactly.
We don't misgender. So in that case scenario, you know, they're going to happen anyway. Why wouldn't you want it to be safe? Because you care so badly about lives, right? Until it's like a life that's actually like living and has a family, has a career, has everything. You don't care about those, but you simply care about the one that does not have anything yet.
Absolutely.
And I feel as though that's not I don't know. That doesn't sit well with me. If
Sounds
you're
like
going to
a
be
double
pro-life,
standard.
if you're going to be pro-life, you should be pro-life to the people that you can meet literally
Exactly.
like today, you know?
And going off of that, look at our foster care system. If you're gonna advocate for, oh, the person could just have the baby and put it up for adoption, like our foster care system and our social work system is not strong at all. There's 400,000 children in the system right now who don't have access to homes, who don't have the resources to succeed, and probably like it's really difficult for those people to get with families because of the lack of resources in our foster care system, but those resources don't get allocated towards those children who desperately need our help, but they get allocated to these laws, which once children are born, they are forgotten about. And that's the frustrating part,
Mhm.
is that the care about the life stops after they're born.
Yeah, you're pro-life until the child is out and about in the world, and then you're suddenly not. And that's not to say every person who is pro-life is like that.
Absolutely.
But those who are making the laws are those people who obviously don't care, because we still have these problems.
Exactly.
And you're trying to make more problems by taking away these rights, then you should be working on everything else with it.
Exactly. And a lot of it comes from, a lot of people come from Christian backgrounds where they see
Mhm.
abortion as murder. A lot of people have a lot of not understanding of what is considered a fetus and what is considered a
Yes.
baby. And I think more scientists should chime in on this issue and give that insight on the difference between a fetus and a child that can survive
Mhm.
outside of the womb and things like that. But
Yes.
coming from that background, it makes the conversation a lot more difficult because you're debating on whether it's murder or not. Like for an example, in Louisiana that we're going to talk about very shortly,
Mhm.
for example, Louisiana lawmakers advanced a bill that would classify abortion as homicide. A bill advanced Wednesday by Louisiana legislators would classify abortion as homicide, potentially allowing authorities to charge women and girls with murder and criminalize in vitro fertilization. The bill, dubbed the Abolition of Abortion in Louisiana Act, passed 7-2 out of a state house subcommittee 2 days after Politico published a leaked Supreme Court draft opinion suggesting that the court is poised to overturn Roe v. Wade. The bill will now move to a full House vote. The legislation would still need the support from the Senate and the governor before it becomes a law. Speaking at a hearing Wednesday, the bill's sponsor, Danny McCormick, compared the move to flout federal laws protecting abortion to the state's approval of medical marijuana. He said, quote, "If more than 15 states can divide the federal government, we can do it to save the lives of innocent babies. We cannot wait for the Supreme Court to confirm that innocent babies have the right to life. The taking of life is murder and it is illegal," end quote. Despite Louisiana, California, on the other hand, is to become a sanctuary for those in need of an abortion. On Thursday, Democrats in the state legislature fast-tracked a bill that would block the other states' laws from imposing civil or criminal penalties on people who provide or aid abortions in California, setting up another likely prolonged legal fight over state sovereignty. California Democrats have accelerated their plan to make the nation's most populous state a sanctuary for women seeking abortions. Governor Gavin Newsom and the state's top legislative leaders said that they would seek voter approval to make abortions a constitutional right in California, a move designed to shield the state from future court rulings and potential federal abortion ban should Republicans win control of Congress. So, in contrast to what we were talking about in New Jersey, California is also trying to implement sort of the same thing that New Jersey is,
Yeah.
but they're taking a lot more fast action to that in
Mhm.
comparison to Louisiana, who wants to classify abortion as homicide. And like we were talking about previously, it doesn't quite make any sense, at least from my
No,
perspective. And I want
I
to
agree.
preface this, and this is all our opinion and not the
Yes,
opinion of the station.
Yes, this does not reflect the opinions of the station.
It's just us ranting about abortion again. But
Once again.
But on that note, it's just there's so many differing opinions, and I think we need professionals to chime in on this
Yes,
issue,
very much so.
because it just a lot of the time we look at our legislators, and our more conservative legislators come from a more conservative Christian background typically, and I think that has a factor in how they run this country. And considering that we are a country that doesn't involve religion in our politics, we
Mhm.
shouldn't be involving religion in our politics.
Exactly.
I think that would make a little sense,
That's the
right?
whole thing. That's what like it. Not that it makes me like actually laugh, but like figuratively
ironic.
makes me laugh. It's ironic how America, especially these days, is everything that this country was founded on being thrown out the window. Let me tell you what.
Right.
This country was founded on illegal immigrants, and then we're like, let's not do illegal immigrants. You know, this country was founded on being able to believe what you want and not be penalized for that, right? And then they're like, haha, no, it's my beliefs or nothing. And then it doesn't make sense to me within that case. And also when it's a fetus, how are you going to say that it's homicide when it's like, that'd be like saying, I don't know if I can say this on air, so I'm not going to say it on air. Never mind. But it's like saying harming yourself in some kind of way, you'd be penalized for that. And you would go to prison for that.
Yeah. It's just interesting to look at the history.
It's within
because
yourself,
a homicide, classifying abortion as homicide, and then not taking into consideration the history that, like you were saying, this country was built off of. It was built off of slavery and abuse and exploitation. But we don't take those things. That's our dirty past that we don't take into consideration. Those are the things that we keep into the closet, the skeletons in the closet that we don't want to talk about. And then when we go back to abortion, where we're simply just talking about forced birth, forced labor, and nothing past that, it's just very confusing to me. Because I understand, I will play devil's advocate in the sense of, I understand in the sense why somebody would think it's murder, because there's a whole debate on whether life is at conception or whether it's something along the lines of that. But I believe that for abortions to be safe, accessible, and a right in this country, it just makes sense.
Exactly.
Because if you don't want an abortion, don't get one. If you don't believe in abortion, don't get one.
But you shouldn't keep other people from doing what they need to do.
Absolutely. And if you want more scientific evidence on whether a fetus is a fetus of sustainable life, or whether like where the bounds are, like I was saying before, more scientists need to come through and
for sure
clarify these things for people, because we can't keep going off of solely our religion, which is so valuable to people. And I'm not negating the value of faith in these conversations, but it's not the same conversation for everybody, because not everybody has the same belief system.
No, for sure. And if you've ever been in a situation where, and I have to walk the line, I'm walking the line.
She's walking it.
If you've ever been in a situation where I'm trying to not walk it, where you have not chose
taken advantage of
to get pregnant, you got taken advantage of, you got lied to, because there are men out there that have lied, lied to you in a situation where, which we can't talk about on air, but they lie, and then all of a sudden here you are pregnant, and you're like, I thought I was being safe. They lied to me, or they just took advantage of you from the get-go, and then you are having to deal with it, and then
to bear the responsibility,
and then they're not going to pay child support until 18 years old, because they don't want that kid. They just wanted the enjoyment for 5 minutes, if that.
Exactly. And I worry so deeply about the young girls who are suffering at the result of these laws. And
and then then you're going to try and call them murderers?
Absolutely
not. No. Sorry, if they get taken advantage of in a way, and they're 15 years old and they get taken advantage of,
there's nothing that's going to justify them keeping the child.
No,
in my opinion.
And there's nothing you could tell me would allow me to believe that person is committing homicide or murder.
Absolutely.
No, they're protecting themselves. They're a child. Sorry, Louisiana. In this case, in my opinion, you're wrong.
So hopefully we'll see how the Supreme Court handles this, and if it goes south, literally will be one of the darkest days in the country.
Oh yeah, the women. Lara's going off in the chat.
We're probably gonna have another women's rally or
Oh,
women's march.
for sure. Well, there's going to
very
be a
soon.
bunch. And that's the thing is that everybody is
We're
rallying
already
right
doing
now.
it.
Social media, they're rallying. Oh my God. Like, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. And it's just ridiculous. And it's
Absolutely.
It's understandable. I get it. I very much do. I mean, I am also a woman. So I
You got
understand.
the girl boss group in the studio.
The girl boss group
we
talking
get
about
it.
abortions. On that note, we're gonna try and go into a different note to calm our listeners down and ourselves down.
Take a little.
We're gonna take a little break here on the Morning Buzz. When we get back, we'll be talking about something different. You know, we're gonna switch it up a little bit, so
Take a
you don't have to listen to us talk about it for another 20 minutes. But yeah, we'll be right back.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
We handled that
By
good
their
in a second.
clothes?
Coming at you. You're welcome. Hi, Facebook. We're back. We are back and better than ever.
Yeah.
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 Oh my god.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the energy up in the studio today.
Yeah.
I went to bed a little late last night.
think we
I
all
almost
did.
missed my alarm this morning. Was that a problem?
I missed my
Yeah.
first one.
But am I here? Yeah. Are we gonna keep going?
Yeah.
Will I ever get any sleep in the next week?
Probably
Probably
not.
not. And that's where we're at. So
This will boost the mood.
this will Ira being like purr in the chat. For Facebook, if you see Joe the penguin, we love Joe the penguin.
He's so pronouns he him. He's so handsome.
Yes. All right. Are you ready? I just give you some ASMR. You're welcome.
Yeah.
The U.S. has provided intelligence that helped Ukraine target the Russian warship. Russia, stop listening right now. Stop listening.
Two now.
You don't know this. Two now. When Ukraine successfully targeted Russia's prized warship last month with anti-ship cruise missiles, it had some help from the U.S. Go U.S. Woo-hoo. Ukraine forces, having spotted the Russian warship in the Black Sea, called their American contacts for confirmation that it was, in fact, the Moskva. Is that how you say it?
I think so.
I feel like that's how you say it. Y'all know I don't know how to pronounce words. It's fine. I used to think I was good at it. Anyways, the U.S. responded that it was and provided intelligence about its location. It is not clear whether the U.S. knew Ukraine would move to strike the ship. However, and the U.S. was not involved in that decision, the sources said. In a later statement to CNN, the Pentagon press secretary John Kirby said, quote, "We did not provide Ukraine with specific targeting information from Moscow. Yes, we were not involved in the Ukrainians' decision to strike the ship or in the operation they carried out. We had no prior knowledge of Ukraine's intent to target the ship. The Ukrainians have their own intelligence capabilities to track and target Russian naval vessels as they did in this case." End quote. The ship sank it after it was struck by 2 Ukrainian cruise missiles on April 14th, dealing a huge blow to the Russian military. The episode reflects the Biden administration's increasingly forward-leaning posture when it comes to sharing intelligence with Ukraine, part of a broader policy shift towards helping Ukraine defeat Russia decisively on the battlefield and significantly to weaken its military. But it also raises questions about what red lines are for the U.S. and Russia when it comes to U.S. military support to Ukraine, which is why I told Russia to stop listening if they were.
Yeah.
Because they don't need to know this.
We're walking a very, very like
We
thin line.
are walking the line, and not with the FCC for once. So,
No way.
I'm not in the mood for World War III, so let's just
Neither am I.
keep it over there.
Can you guys wait until like I like graduate and
Or maybe never.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like-
let's just not do it.
can you guys like wait? No, I was not done. Can you like wait until like I graduate and then like I have a family and then like
You want to have a
I
family?
live my life? No.
Hold up.
I live my life and
I'm
then
not
like,
finished. It's getting
I'm
worse.
not finished.
This sounds like the Cards
Let me-
Against
let-
Humanity.
let me
Grow old,
finish.
go to Florida.
Let me
Okay, you're-
I'm being Cam. Let me finish. So let me finish. Can I have my family and then like can I live my life and I can become really jaded and old and then like be like bleh and then like my family does the same thing and then
I was gonna say you
then they can
finished
do
it.
it.
Gabi,
You didn't
say
let me
so-
finish.
I was gonna say
You
you want
didn't
your
let
you
me
want your
finish.
kids to
I'm gonna let you
suffer,
finish,
but not
You didn't let
you.
me finish.
Emily said, "I'm gonna let you finish, but
No, she let me finish.
we could
But that's
do
where I'm
that.
at.
I think it would be best. Maybe not at all.
Maybe not at all,
maybe
but like,
not.
can you do
We're
it outside
good.
of my lifetime,
Yeah.
please?
I just don't want to be here for it.
I
Y'all-
won't be here
y'all-
for it.
Y'all do you.
Stay safe, y'all.
Stay
Not
safe,
me
I'm
though.
out. But you're right in saying that we are very much walking this
Oh my
line.
God.
for sure.
Yeah, it's very scary because I get it. We were talking about this before. I get financial help because money is money. They can do what they want with
Yeah.
it. That's different. But not
This is-
we're pushing it. We're
We're
pushing
gonna stay
it.
put. We're gonna stay put.
We are, but
we need
you
to-
know, I think what we're doing right now is fine. I think
If there's no more,
because let's be realistic. Ukraine needed the help.
yeah,
Russia
absolutely.
knows Ukraine needed the help in some way, shape, or form. Because like there was no shot. And so at that point, I think we are walking the line, but I think where we're walking the line is like we have some good balance.
I think so. I think that's safe
'Cause
to
I think-
say.
'cause
We're
I think-
teetering.
I think because I
We're
think
teetering.
Russia knows that we're obviously knows that we're helping out Ukraine, but we're also keeping ourselves back. We're like,
Right.
hey, yeah, that's them. Also, you have the intelligence to do it. So
That's
do it
true.
yourself. I'm not telling you
It's
to
like
do it,
I
but I
ha-
mean if you want to. But if you want to. And then we just
I
Facebook
just
sees me. I'm visibly pushing
Back-
myself back.
back it up.
Back it up.
I think it's really tricky because I also think about when I'm gonna manifest this when this is over, and we hope it's soon. How this will influence future, like relations with Russia in terms of the U.S. and things, because
I mean, realistically, their economy is just in the toilet
it's
right now.
after
so
this it's
they
so
have
bad.
to bounce back in some way, and I don't know how
Exactly.
they're gonna do it.
And I wonder how they're going to be held accountable for these are literal war
Oh, there's
crimes.
so many war crimes.
Exactly. So
Targeting like children's hospitals. and,
Yeah.
like,
exactly. So
what?
once they get held accountable, knock on wood they do, I wonder what their country is going to be like, because that's going to even make it worse. And the people of Russia don't deserve that.
No.
no, not at all.
And we just need to
So
figure it out.
That's the vibes that they need to figure out. But we know this. We've
Yeah.
been talking about this for a while. We're gonna move on to
The next one, which is really scary in my
We're
opinion.
gonna move on to some more sad and scary things.
Hang in there, listeners. Hang in there.
We're getting there, guys. We're making it to hour
We're-
2 soon, I promise.
We will, after we talk about this mysterious liver illness in children.
That's not funny. Sorry.
Nope, it's not in kids. Continues to spread in New Jersey, and parents should look for these following signs. This is very concerning. So, New Jersey has yet to record a case of the mysterious hepatitis in children. Wow. State health officials are on the lookout for a string of severe liver infections grows throughout the U.S. and around the globe. A spokeswoman for the state health department said in an email, quote, "At this time, the New Jersey Department of Health is not aware of any cases among children in New Jersey. We are monitoring for any reports of potential cases," end quote. Roughly 30 cases of unexplained hepatitis have been reported across 10 U.S. states, and nearly 300 probable cases have been identified worldwide. Most of the patients live in the United Kingdom. The cases have baffled experts. They could be linked to the Adenovirus. I'm so sorry, y'all. A virus that can cause a common cold, but their origins remain unclear. The WHO says the kids range from 1 month to 16 years old. Infections have caused 4 deaths. At least 17 children have needed a liver transplant, and as many as 10% of cases could require one. What symptoms should parents look for? Children have experienced fever, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. Many have jaundice, a yellowing of the skin or eyes, and were discovered to have abnormally high levels of liver enzymes.
I have a question.
What is your question?
So, if I experienced all those symptoms in my life
At once?
at similar times, but I'm 21.
Uh-huh. You were jaundiced?
No, I don't have jaundice. I didn't have jaundice. But everything else, the fever, the nausea, all that good stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm 21. No. I'm 21 though.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. This is scary.
Is this like a now thing?
No, not at this very current moment. I would not be here if that was the
That's
case.
so true. I would hope
But
not.
I don't know.
Maybe. I mean,
maybe.
I think they just want people to be cautious because
Be on the lookout.
with liver stuff, any intestinal stuff, that will wipe
My liver
you
hates
out.
me.
I was just way too stunned to respond to that. But if you don't have Gabi's liver issues, other ones that aren't related to other things, please be on the lookout for these symptoms because they're very concerning, especially in your children, especially being in the time of COVID. We don't need to worry about any more illness.
No, what
We
is
really
this
don't.
virus? What is the adenovirus?
The IDK virus.
The IDK. Me no clue virus. Why?
But she's scary. She's
Why?
scary. She's here. And honestly, it's also scary that it's affecting the UK because COVID in the UK is actually really bad right now too.
Yeah. for sure.
So, and a lot of these symptoms kind of overlap, except for the jaundice, overlap with COVID symptoms. So
I wonder if the liver illness might come from something from COVID in children. I don't know.
no, I don't.
I'm just spitballing here.
Gabi's not a medical professional.
I am not a
Let's put-
medical
Let's
professional.
put that out there
By
first.
the way,
BT
I'm
dubs,
just
we are all in
just
undergrad.
guessing.
And most of us are school of comms.
Yeah, we
majors.
are not medical professionals. I'm not even
But
practicing to be a medical professional.
I-
just taking a little.
I don't think
pick.
so. I don't think so, but it's also interesting. Like, there's this mysterious illness going around New Jersey as well. Did you see the TikToks about that one school where yes, there's this one school in New Jersey. I forgot the name. You can probably look it up, but a lot of the people who have graduated from there go on in their life and they have this mysterious brain tumor. It's the
like
same
it's
Wait,
exact.
where?
all from
What?
same
what town?
school. And it's like not even like 20s. It's like people that are older, like in their 30s, 40s.
What
like
is in the water?
something from in the water, like literally from the same school, like small town, like
That's
it's
crazy.
weird. So there's this one guy who had like his wife and his sister like pass away because of it or have it. And so
Yeah.
he's like trying to figure it out. And he's like, look, there's a
Oh,
bunch of people So they're not sure if there's something in the area that's like messing
Yeah,
with
I
them.
think from what I
Wow.
understood that there were some reports of like toxicity, like toxic waste or something like that. I could be getting this information misconstrued, but like it's like that where people start getting sick and you don't know where it comes from, and then you start looking at the environment you live in. So maybe it has something to do with the environment or something.
We're always saying what's in the water at
What-
those places.
What's in the water? We'll figure it out. Hopefully they pinpoint the result of this so
Yeah.
more children don't have to suffer, because that is a painful experience to go through.
So stay tuned. Maybe we'll have more news at some point. I don't know, over the summer buzz. Mm-hmm. Not me
Summer
though.
buzz.
Not me
Tune
though.
in
Tune in? Question mark?
if you want.
If you want, I mean, you should. Nah.
Just a suggestion. But into our next story.
Into our next story, we have hundreds gather for the second annual Montclair Disability Pride Parade. This is so sweet to me. I'm glad that they did something. Hundreds gathered for the second annual Montclair Disability Pride Parade on Sunday, May 1st. So this past weekend. Organizer Alma Schneider said, quote, "It was a day of pride, celebration, awareness, and education for people with disabilities and allies," end quote. The parade met at Henningberg Field and ended in Rand Park, where a rally was held. 12 years ago, Schneider began opening her home up on Fridays to the parents of children with disabilities, creating a support group called the Montclair Friday Group. The group now has 350 members. That is a lot of members. Schneider said the idea of a parade came about in 2021 in a response to a, quote, "perceived lack of acknowledgement and activity for Autism Awareness Month by parents of children with disabilities in the Montclair Friday Group," end quote. The parade was also sponsored by the Montclair State University Disability Caucus and the Township's People with Disabilities Advisory Committee. Dr. Priya Lalvani, along with the group of faculty, started Montclair State University Disability Caucus with a mission to, quote, "recognize that marginalization and discrimination of disabled people is the result of negative attitudes in society, as well as systematic and structural inequality," end quote. Lalvani said disability has been associated with shame for way too long. And Lalvani also said, quote, "People with disabilities continue to be stigmatized in society and in schools. Many students with disabilities are educated in segregated environments separately from their natural community of peers. These ways of thinking have gone unquestioned. Many people are unaware of the existence of a vibrant disability culture," end quote. I love that they're bringing light to this.
This is so beautiful, honestly, and it's something that more towns should be doing, and I think this should be normalized, because as they were saying, people with disabilities, just people with disabilities in general, it has such a stigma behind it.
Mhm.
And people don't necessarily know how to interact with people with disabilities. They feel taboo talking about it. They
Mhm.
feel uncomfortable in general, and they shouldn't, because these are just people who have differences.
Yes.
That doesn't
yeah.
limit them in any way of being a human being and being
Mhm.
as equal as the next person. So I really love how they incorporated this into our community, because it's so important to spark those conversations. And being that we live in such a diverse area culturally,
Yeah.
we need to include people with disabilities into these conversations as well.
Especially and accommodate them in day-to-day
Absolutely.
life, because they do have those specific like classes and like schools and all that, but and they want to feel normal, but
Exactly.
outside of their differences, because like you said, they are still human beings, so they want to be able to hang out with other people that are just
They don't want to feel
your average
ostracized
buddy.
from
Yeah,
society just because of their
exactly.
physical being.
Ugh,
And it
you do
shouldn't.
words so well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But they shouldn't have to feel that, because with accessibility comes inclusion. But I feel like the inclusion side, a lot of, not even our particular town, but our country in general has really been lacking in the inclusion area in many factors, but particularly
Yes.
with people with disabilities, because
Mhm.
they should feel included in our communities. Yes, it's great they have their own schools and they take their own classes and things like that, but they shouldn't have to feel ostracized from the rest of society because they have physical limitations or mental limitations that allow them to need more support. Everyone should be requiring that same base level support for all people.
It doesn't make them bad people, you know, like they're still good people.
It's not a reflection of
It's
their
not
character.
a reflection of their character. Exactly. Like I know of disabled people who are just genuinely mean people, but I also know of disabled people who are very nice people, and it's not,
Exactly.
it has nothing to do with their character. So why judge someone's personality or just them as a person in general over a disability? That doesn't make sense to me, because it's like,
Absolutely.
because if I was in their shoes, I would want to be accepted, I would want to have friends, I'd want to be loved, and you know, and I don't think that's something that we should we should discriminate against them for.
Exactly. I hope we need to do more of these
Especially
parades,
since it's not a
especially.
choice for them.
It's
They
not a
literally
choi-
can't help it.
Exactly. So hopefully people keep bringing these to their communities, because it's so it's such an important conversation.
Good on
to have.
Montclair.
Good on Montclair. Yeah, it's all here.
Yeah, it is all here sometimes. In this case, yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
That was a better note.
It was very sweet. That was a good note. But we're gonna stay on that good note, right?
We are.
We're gonna stay on that good note. So we're gonna take a good little break real quick. So quick. We'll be like right back. I promise. But because we're on that good note, we're gonna come back and we're gonna do our favorite segment of the week. You all know it. I shouldn't even have to say it, but we're gonna do What's Poppin' with Gina.
Woo!
Yeah, we are. So stay tuned. I swear we'll be back with What's Poppin'.
Bing bong.
Balsamic vinegar?
Tomato paste.
That's a big word for
It is so bad. I want
And that was When the World Comes to an End by Dirty Projectors and Dirk. I don't know. I'm not really sure, honestly. I feel like that song was very suiting. I feel like that song was so suiting to
It was a bop.
it,
Definitely
to
a bop.
the title
too
of it was
much of a-
very suiting.
Very too much.
Too much of a
coincidence.
sign, I think. Too coincidental, maybe a sign. I don't know. Are we seeing any like angel numbers? Can we get some good energy in here? I don't know. Actually, we're gonna get good energy because you know what time it is. Yes, you do. It's everybody's favorite segment of the week. What's popping with Gina? Gina,
Yeah.
what's popping?
Okay, we'll go right into it.
Get into it.
Taylor Swift dropped a surprise announcement that the 1989 track will be re-released this week. Actually, it dropped last night, but we'll get into it. So Taylor Swift returned to social media on Thursday to announce a track from 1989. It'll be re-released at midnight, and possibly the whole album will be her next project that she re-releases in full. She said on Instagram, "Thank you, Jenny Han, for debuting my version of This Love in the trailer for the summer it turned pretty." She wrote on Instagram, paired with the trailer for the Amazon film The Summer I Turned Pretty that the song is featured in. The 32-year-old musician added, in quote, "I've always been so proud of this song, and I'm very sad face, like those like little tears,
Like I'm very like
yeah, about the turn of events. This Love, Taylor's version, comes out tonight at midnight. So right now it's currently out. It got released last night at midnight.
ooh. Okay,
Wow.
I didn't know the song This Love, but that's okay
Yeah, I don't think I knew the song
because
either.
wait, Jenny Han did the To All the Boys I Loved Before, right?
Yes.
I loved that. That was my vibes back when that came out. Those books, my fave. So I need to look into this.
Yeah.
To this movie.
I know. I saw the trailer for the movie and it looks really good. And I love all
What is
To
it
All the Boys I
about?
Loved Before. I don't know what's
Oh,
I don't know
sorry,
exactly.
Oh,
I was just touching your foot.
you were touching my foot.
Sorry.
That was you?
Just, like,
Oh my
playing
god, I didn't
footsies
even
with
think about
Gabi
it.
while y'all
Okay.
talk about Taylor Swift.
You know, we're playing footsies under the table. Hi, Terry.
Talk about This
Oh my God,
Love.
we're talking about This Love. Me and Terry. Aiden, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Aiden. Aiden is Terry's boo thing, by the way. I hope I didn't expose you.
That's why you didn't say.
No.
That's why you said Aiden wasn't a nerdy name earlier.
Yeah. No, I said it's not a nerdy name.
She
earlier.
agreed with you though.
I
She's gonna
know.
hate me for
It's
this.
not a
It's
nerdy
not.
name.
No, it's
Is he
not.
listening?
He should be.
Hi,
Shout out to
Aiden.
Aiden.
Hi, Aiden. Long time no see.
Hey.
Long time, very long time no see.
Back to This Love. This is really funny.
I wish we had
The
another
listeners
show. We
don't
could
know
take
this,
him on
but
to
I
bed.
knew Aiden before I knew Terry.
That's actually wild.
Isn't that crazy?
But Gabi
Wow.
likes me better.
I do like Terry better.
yeah. Obviously.
Aiden is not nice to me.
He is.
He doesn't talk to me.
He's shy.
He's shy. He's all shy.
Yeah.
Aiden's gonna be like, "What is Gabi talking about?
What's happening?
What is happening?" Anyways, we're gonna move away from Aiden because listeners, you probably
How
don't
did this
care unless
happen?
you're Aiden.
How did this
I
happen?
know
don't
because we
even
were
know
playing
you.
footsies and I said Aiden move to the side.
That's
Anyways, this sounds fun. I'm so glad that Taylor's like versions are, you know, finally getting used for things and coming out and about because, you know, she deserves this recognition and, you know, her credit for her own music.
She works hard.
Yeah.
She does her thing.
She does. She does work hard.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her. I'm proud of
excited.
Taylor.
I'm happy for her.
I used to not be that big of a Taylor fan. And then, well, no, I was when she was country. And then I stopped being like during her Shake It Off era. And then all of
yeah.
a sudden, I don't know, recently, like, I like her vibe. I like her energy.
Yeah, I like that she re-releases. Like, I think more artists should do that, where they re-release like old music that they've
Ugh,
like already
yes.
recorded. Because like now it's like, I feel like it's like
It
different.
needs like a refresher.
Yeah, and I think the audience,
Because,
like,
you know,
enjoys
their
more.
voice changes.
Yeah.
And, can Harry Styles re-release One Direction
Oh my God.
songs, please?
dead.
No, I don't need that. I don't need the reunion.
You
I
want the
just need
reunion.
like Harry Styles to sing his parts and just really
Just sing your part, Terry. Just do that.
I'll sing I can sing Liam, I can sing Niall, I can sing Zayn, I can sing Louis. Like I just need you to
all
sing your
of them
part.
at once.
I
but
can do
she
it.
just needs Harry.
I am a quadruple threat.
her. Yeah.
I can do
And she
every single one of
is.
them.
And she is.
Her.
Mhm.
I Gina, please. Carrie, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Gina,
Oh,
please.
Do you guys want to go on to
Her.
I wanted to end the semester by going like my segment for the semester by going over some of the TikTok trends.
Wait,
And, like,
this
the
is so
sounds.
cute. I love
fun.
Gina
Yeah.
is speaking my language.
I'm like I love
TikTok?
TikTok, so I just like can talk about all the sounds. So we're gonna go over like the first like couple of the most trending sounds so far. So we have That'll Do It. So the trend
That'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. This trend is all about what makes you cringe, followed by a swift exit. So if something gives you the ick, spell it out via text overlay the tune of "Whoa, that'll do it." You don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me. And you're as good as gold. Have you guys done that?
I have not actually done it, but I know this
Oh,
trend.
I have.
Yeah.
You
She
do
has
not
been
have to worry about
quoted
me.
many
You
a
do
time.
not have to worry about
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, I love these trends
They're
They're so much
good.
fun.
because they're
Next-
they're funny. You
Yeah,
know?
they're funny. I just love looking at all
Mhm.
that.
So
And for those-
relatable.
And for those elder listeners who don't know what an ick is,
Oh yeah.
it is your own like personal like red flag-ish, something that makes you
Yes.
kind of cringe about a person or about anything
Yes.
in general. So like mine is like guys who have the rainbow keyboards with their PC.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's a
Oh, I
oh,
never
that's a
thought
ick.
about that.
That's my
Oh.
ick.
Ugh.
Thanks my ex.
Wait, what
That's
about
my ick.
what about colored headphones too?
Oh, the
And
whole
mouse?
and then they have the LEDs behind their PC.
Amanda
That's
is
my ick.
like
Oh.
literally so offended. I think gamer girls are the exception. It's just when men do
No,
it.
the girls are fine.
I was gonna say I'm
Yeah.
personally offended. I have a glowing
No.
keyboard.
The
mouse,
ladies,
and
the
headset.
ladies
Like,
are
come at
fine.
me.
The
Yeah.
ladies.
Yes, the ladies are
ladies,
fine,
you're fine.
especially the masked lesbians. They're fine.
Thank you.
The mask lesbians,
Thank you.
Y'all
they're
are safe.
fine.
Can I say what gives me the ick?
What
really
gives you the
bad?
ick?
What gives me the ick? I don't know why this has always given me the ick. Tell me if anyone relates. But when guys wear feety pajamas, like like onesies, that gives
You don't
me
like
the
when
ick
guys wear
so hard.
Who are you?
What guy? What? Who?
They do it during
No,
Christmas
I
time.
Wait. Does he have to zip it up? Like, do you have to
zip it up for
him?
No, I just can't with the feety pajamas. And also when
What if they
guys wear
don't have feet? What if
Spider-Man
it's just a
costumes-
onesie without feet?
Wait,
No.
did you hear what she just said?
What'd she say?
Guys who wear Spider-Man costumes, I cannot get behind it.
No,
and
I
will never
love
get
it.
Behind it. No,
I
no,
love that.
No,
There is a guy on TikTok, and you probably
Oh,
know what I'm talking about. And
Mhm.
he dresses really like nice, like kind of like Harry Styles in all his videos. And I'm like, I'm in love with you. And then sometimes he does the Spider-Man fit, and I'm like, I love you even more.
girly, that would give me
And
the
that's
straight up
my
ick so
vibe.
fast.
That's my
I
energy.
just can't get over the
getting
footy
targeted.
pajamas.
He's
Keyboard,
the only.
Spider-Man
He's the
outfits.
only man. He's the only man
I need an
that is that deserves my love. I mean,
whoever you met with the footy pajamas. I need an apology video from them
Yeah.
today.
no, an
Oh,
an apology video.
there goes the mic.
Technical
For the
difficulties in the
people-
studio.
Oh my god! For our listeners out there, one of our mics just
Our
got
mic- the mic
disconnected.
just all of a sudden. Oh,
And
Oh.
it's getting
Yeah,
worse.
I know how
It
to
is
fix it.
so funny.
I know how to fix this.
We are currently.
No.
working on
This is
it.
fantastic. This is radio, baby. Give me.
where did it go?
And we're
thing.
live. I love
And
it.
we are live,
Just keep
people.
going with the
It is
trends.
studio. Hi,
Do you
it's
have
me.
it?
Hi.
No, you
Oh,
dropped
I
it.
don't know
Give
where
me
it
the
went.
I
thing.
don't know.
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
figure
cut
it out.
the other mic.
Do you want to go? Yeah.
The show must go on.
Okay, we're gonna
ladies
move
and
on to our
gentlemen.
Oh, I didn't
next
mean to hit you, sorry.
trend.
Yes,
Um,
next trend. Talk about it.
Major bag alert. So yes, this is the perfect opportunity to share an ironic and funny observation of a topic related to your nick. So you can also take the lyrics literally and celebrate your wins to the catchy tune. So it's like try filming it and you can go bag alert, major bag
Hey.
alert,
Yep.
bag.
Go.
alert,
Go,
major
Gina. Go,
bag
Gina.
alert.
Go.
Good.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do the next one.
This is terrifying.
Oh my gosh. So the next
for taking over board, by the way.
You're welcome.
While I do the job of an engineer.
So I feel like Julia Fox, you might have known her. She dated Kanye West. She was trending a lot
Oh,
on
stop.
TikTok
I
whole time.
Were you guys Muse? I mean, what was it? What you call it, Muse? Did I just steal your whole trend?
No.
We're Julia Fox.
Oh,
She was like, I mean, I was.
Oh, it's a different one.
yeah, it's a different one. It's the more recent one. I
Make sure
did it
that's tight.
myself. Where she's like, I did it myself.
I did. Oh, the
I did it
makeup
myself.
one.
Yeah, she's like, I did it myself. It was so bad. Did you see that
I
makeup
thought that
job?
was Invader Zim.
Which
No,
one?
that's a different one.
That's a different one.
Oh. There's
She's
two?
talking about like
Yeah,
when
like
she
she's
got a compliment on her makeup, and it was really awkward because she was like, "Yeah, I did it myself," and they're like,
Oh.
"Really?" And she's like, "Yeah." It's like when you compliment like a kindergartner when they'd make something and it's actually like not great,
yeah.
and you're gonna put it
Pause.
on the fridge anyway.
Pause. Can I just say I fixed it?
Yay!
That was such a funny yay.
Very monotone.
Yay.
Somebody hire me. I'm good at fixing things.
Mike Foley, you have another engineer.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mike
you
Foley,
did
if you're
that.
listening,
Oh my god.
I have another.
He's
You have
like, "Did it
another engineer.
yourself."
He's like, "No."
I
did
did
it
it myself. I like the one with the Invader Zim where he's like, I did it myself.
Why was there bacon in the soup?
I did it myself.
Oh my gosh.
We're doing so good, but please on to the next one.
This is perfect. That's the next trend.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Yes, exactly. There are two approaches to this trend, so choose whatever fits your brand. So you could you'll give a shout out to an idea or ideal situation or scenario. So the second approach requires you to point out the irony of a situation. For example, it goes, when the outfit I wanted to wear to my birthday party arrives the day after. So like, this is perfect, perfect, perfect.
Perfect.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's like not perfect, obviously, because it's like you want your you
When I
want your,
sleep through my alarm
your
on the
outfit.
during finals week.
This
This is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Yes.
When I sleep through my alarm and
so
you have to
good.
be at the show in the hour.
Oh
perfect,
yeah.
perfect. When Terry's almost late to the show. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. We are giving our examples. See, these are the examples of that trend. I
Throwback.
love that trend so much.
Yeah. It's so good. Okay. Last trend
Tiny bee.
is the
Sorry.
tiny bee trend.
I got
It's like
excited.
the newer one. So
Mhm.
this trend is hilarious. It's taking TikTok by storm. So you have to use the tiny bee like effect like it's on TikTok. And then you include the on-screen text of something you're going to do. And the sound was like, and no one can stop me.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't even know how to like.
I
what's
think
even
I made
better.
one for the station, and I used the caption. Pause. I'm gonna read the exact caption we used for the station's TikTok
Yes.
because this is me promoting my job. Just kidding. We
My-
don't promo here. This is non-commercial radio. Anyways, the one that we did was going to play sound effects for 10 minutes straight on air. This was at Lara, by the way. And I was like, and no one can stop me. Because that's very much something Lara does. She's always like, no one can stop me. And then,
My,
vibes.
my favorite one I saw was me
knew
bugging
it.
my girlfriend. Uh-oh.
Mhm.
I knew she was gonna run
Gonna
in
play
here.
sound
Take it. No.
No, you are not. You are not getting the sound effects.
Nope.
Bye, Lara.
That was the scariest thing.
Bye, Lara.
Lara, okay, for those who are confused, Lara just burst into the studio trying to do sound effects. You know, this is a problem I have with her every single
You ever
week.
see that meme?
I'm
of
sick
Big
of
Bird
you.
just kicking
Go
down
back
the
to
door?
your office, little gremlin. Go back to your office, little gremlin. Little gremlin, go back to the corner. Go back to the corner, little gremlin. Little
Banished.
You are banished from this show.
She scares me.
Who, Lara? She scares me too. Dude, wait,
Fired
pause.
our producer.
So for those who are curious, here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
Nice.
Thanks. Lara is in fact going to be my roommate next year. And think about sharing a room with a little gremlin. Terrified. I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night. She's like, hi.
She's like
I'm gonna be like,
perched on the bed hissing at you.
No. She's gonna be perched on the bed staring at me. All I'm gonna see is like the light of her eyes. Just like
I've been watching you, Gabi.
I'm gonna be like,
The only thing she
"Uh-oh.
has to say for herself is, that's me. I'm the little gremlin.
I am your sleep paralysis demon. Okay. Anywho.
What a fun segment.
I love What's Poppin' with Gina. We always take it over. I'm so sorry,
No,
Gina.
it was good. I
Broken
liked it.
mics. and
Broken
whatever
mics. I
else.
broke.
That was
the mic, I
terrifying.
caused chaos. Last
You didn't
time.
break a mic, okay? The stand betrayed you, and I fixed it for
Absolutely.
you.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's not the first time that's happened, by the way. Can we just say that that's not the first time this happened in this studio? Anyways, I love exposing myself. Wait, can I have the mouse back?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
That's important.
I know. I'm like sitting there. I'm like, wait, where's the mouse? Oh wait, I'm the person who literally
Threw it to me.
threw it to you. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, let's take a very, very short break. Then we're gonna go into the top of the hour.
Yay.
Here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
Wake up and text. Text.
Back here in the morning buzz. That was my girl Taylor Risley, you know, doing Team Rocky things. Miss her. Love her. I just felt like I needed to shout her out. That was so cute. Anyways, we're in the second hour, which is our chaos hour. Even though I feel like this whole show has been
I
chaos
think
so
it
far.
already started.
It was like the first 20 minutes were like we were talking about abortion, and then it was just like chaos. So basically chaos the whole time. That's fine. That's fun. If
It
you
wouldn't
are
be our
now
last show without
exactly,
chaos.
we just need chaos. If you are just now tuning in, you are listening to the Morning Buzz Friday edition. I'm your host Gabi, Lutz, and my co-host Terry Dickerson, our newscaster Amanda Gediosi, our segment host What's Poppin' with Gina Morelli. I had to sing your name. Thanks. Emily Struble, our sportscaster. So we're gonna get into it. Amanda, I know you want to do your news updates so badly, so intensely bad. So do you want to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Of course. So, like I talked about in the first hour, I'm talking about the building collapse in central China that killed 53 people. The residential and commercial buildings in central China suddenly collapsed on April 29th, and at least 9 people have been arrested on suspicion of ignoring building codes and committing other violations. The arrested include the owner of the building and 3 people in charge of the design. 10 people have been rescued from the building and have been treated in the hospital. All of the survivors are reportedly in good condition. In national news, a United Airlines passenger was taken into custody Thursday morning at Chicago O'Hare's International Airport after opening an aircraft door and walking out onto the wing of the plane while it was getting ready for takeoff. A male subject was on board a plane that was approaching the gate when he pulled the emergency exit and walked out onto the wing of the plane, according to the Chicago Police Department. The subject then slid down the wing and onto the airfield, police added. United Airlines said ground crew stopped the individual outside the aircraft. When the plane arrived at the gate, all passengers got out safely. CPD arrived and placed him into custody. Charges are pending, said police. And in local news, a man investigating his former high school in New Jersey says he has counted at least 150 people who have attended or worked there that have a rare brain tumor. Al Lupiano, an environmental scientist, began investigating Colonia High School in Woodbridge, New Jersey, when he realized several people who attended the school had a rare tumor, just like he had. Lubiano began counting how many people associated with the town were affected. I started doing some research, and then 3 became 5, the 5 became 7, and the 7 became 15, he told CBS News New York. He had continued to update followers on social media, and on Thursday said the list stood at 115 people who had either malignant or benign tumors. While we have not yet determined if any containment is present, the only link up to this point is that everyone spent a significant amount of time at the school, Lubiano wrote in his Facebook post. The weather for today is a 100% chance of rain with a high of 61 degrees and a low of 51 degrees. Sunday is going to be cloudy with a low of 43 and a high of 54. Monday, cloudy, low of 53, high of 62. Tuesday, partly cloudy with a low of 47 and a high of 66. Wednesday is going to be partly cloudy with a low of 50 and a high of 71. Very excited for that. Thursday will be partly cloudy, low of 53, high of 76. And Friday, partly cloudy, low of 56 and a high of 79. So I think the end of the week is going to be
She's
very
gonna,
nice.
she's gonna be
We're not gonna be
warm.
there.
It's
All
gonna be
right.
nice and warm that move out day, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be honestly a good day for it.
Yeah, no, a fabulous day for it. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Of course.
You can go
Amazing.
take your quick break.
Oh, thank you.
Amanda needs to go on a quick break.
You're dismissed.
I'll be back
You're
momentarily.
dismissed. So now that we've done news, I guess it's only appropriate that we do sports. Emily Struble,
That's me.
you want to do your sports?
Sports.
Sports.
All right. The NHL playoffs are in full swing with tons of action. One of the most talked about series is the Rangers versus Penguins. The Penguins took game 1 in double overtime the other night with a deflection in front from Malkin. Last night, the pair faced off again for game 2, and the Rangers ran away with the win, winning 5-2, tying the series at 1. The New York Mets came back from a 7-run deficit last night against the Phillies in the 9th inning. Starling Marquez got the tying double and then went on to get the game-winning run. They went on to beat the Phillies 8-7. Ending the NFL draft, Brock Purdy was taken in the 7th round, number 262 overall by the San Francisco 49ers, earning him the title Mr. Irrelevant. He will receive a Lozman Trophy, which is the exact opposite of the Heisman, and he will also attend events with his guests, including Disneyland, media events, and a beneficiary charity. At the end of the week, Mr. Irrelevant will be the guest of honor at the Lozman banquet. The 76ers fell short to the Heat Wednesday, 103-119, putting them down 0-2 in the series. The 76ers will look to bounce back tonight at 7. The women's softball team here in Montclair lost on the road yesterday to Stockton 3-1 and were knocked out of the playoffs. The baseball team and men's lacrosse team here in Montclair will look to advance in their playoffs as baseball will face off against William Patterson tonight at 7, and the lacrosse team will play at 1 against Stockton. That's all I got for sports.
Sports.
That was good.
That was really good.
That
We
was
didn't
really-
even look at each other when we did that.
They got it, guys.
That was we've gotten so used to it.
We're just connected.
we share some brain cells.
yeah.
Last sports of the year, guys. Good job.
Oh, last sports with Emily ever. I'm gonna start crying.
I'm gonna get emotional today.
I'm so sad. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm gonna close my eyes so I don't have to look at you. Anyways, we're gonna move on to Am I in the Wrong? Facebook, if you can see, I'm still closing my eyes. This is not gonna work. Anyways, I guess I have to open. We're gonna move on to Am I in the Wrong? We're gonna get away from sad because Emily is making me sad. And then we're gonna do Am I in the Wrong?
Some of these might get not sad.
No,
Just shameful.
No, just shameful. That's
Just
fine.
shameful. Just
I love shaming people.
Jesus.
I am the shame wizard.
I was gonna say
I'm the shame wizard. If you don't know that reference, I'm sorry. That is, in fact, not an inside joke. It's a reference to a show.
To what
that is
show,
not
Gabi?
CDC.
Oh,
A
okay.
show that's not very CDC safe, or not CDC. Wait, it's not CDC or FCC safe.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you said CDC and I went with it. It's not FCC, safe. But
It's
also
so
with some
bad that the Center for Disease Control has to get involved.
No, honestly, some of the stuff that
The
happens
show
in
is
the
kind
show,
of gross.
that was Big Mouth, by the way.
Oh, I
Mm,
understand.
Yeah, very inappropriate show.
Yee.
That's why we're not going to actually talk about it.
The story's kind of gross too.
Join us as we deep dive into the world of Reddit and messy situations. Amanda is back from her break. We're starting Am I in the
Kept your
Wrong?
seat warm.
You haven't missed anything other than her amazing sportscast.
I'm so sorry, Emily.
Disclaimer. These stories are not our personal experiences.
No.
These are stories from users on Reddit.
Yay!
Let's get started. Am I in the wrong for making a pregnancy jar? What is that? Okay, let's find out. My husband and I have been married for 6 years. I still don't have kids. We want them, but it's still not happening. Friends and family are causing us constant stress about having a baby soon, but it's obviously something we can't control. We only wished that they'd stop, but no avail. So what I did was come up with an idea, and that is to have an empty jar and call it the pregnancy jar. Okay. I carry it with me in my bag whenever I'm with friends and family, and every time someone asks about when my husband and I are going to have a baby, I'd pull my jar out and ask them to drop $1 in there for asking. I'd get puzzled looks, but they reach for their pockets, wallets, purses, and pull out $1 and put it inside the jar. It actually worked because most of them stopped asking after about 4 months. 4 months? It took them 4 months. Okay. Last week, we had dinner at my parents' house. My brother came back from his business trip that lasted a month. While we were eating, he asked when me and my husband were going to have a kid. My husband paused. I got up from the chair and made my way to where my brother was sitting with my jar in my hand and asked him to drop $1 for the question he asked. He stared at me, then laughed nervously, asking if I was being serious. Everyone was looking at us. He said no, he didn't have to pay me, but I told him he didn't have to ask either. So here we are. I could tell he felt embarrassed. He immediately reached out of his pocket, pulled out his wallet, and put $1 in my jar. I made my way back to my seat and sat down and resumed eating like nothing happened. It got awkward afterward. My mom pulled me into the kitchen later to tell me that I embarrassed my brother in front of his wife and family and said I should quit acting childish by running around with a jar demanding others to put money in it. I told her they should quit asking then. She went on about how they're just worried for us since we are in our mid-30s and we don't have much time left if we want at least one healthy baby. I got upset and she started arguing. My husband and I left and we haven't seen them in days, except I got a call from my sister basically siding with my mom and others saying I'm being childish. Am I in the wrong?
No, I would do that. I would.
Gina.
No, me too. Like that's my whole thing is it's like if they can't help that they can't have a child, like it's not like by their choice.
Exactly.
Like stop asking because it makes them feel bad. It makes people feel bad when it's something that they want and they can't do, unfortunately.
Right. I don't like it when
Makes you feel
people
bad.
exactly. I don't like it when people put too much pressure on couples to have a
Mhm.
child.
Yeah.
And you don't know what complications they have,
Mhm.
what challenges they've been facing. It's just not your place to consistently and constantly ask,
Mhm.
especially if you are aware that they've been struggling with that.
Yeah. And they
It's just
probably have
unnecessary.
been
Yeah, absolutely.
aware. And and that's like also why I hate like holiday dinners sometimes.
Oh my god.
Like Thanksgiving dinner, everybody
Mhm.
hates it, right? Because it's like they ask questions that are just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't need you to bring it up. And yet here you are bringing it up.
Exactly. People don't understand boundaries, dude.
So I understand this jar. Honestly, also, yeah,
I think
you
it's
owe me
funny.
$1 now if you're gonna talk about it and you're gonna make me
Exactly.
feel bad. Fine. Making me feel bad is at an expense. Give
Right.
me
Yeah.
$1. Also, like everybody else does it. So why is it so bad that the brother has to do it for once? And like if everybody else has been doing it, so what?
Exactly. And this is fully an assumption, but it seems like this is a last resort thing. It's not like, oh, they asked me a couple times, I'm gonna do it. It's definitely because they were constantly asked. They probably advocated that, okay, like chill out.
Constantly explained.
Yeah.
and-
We don't want to talk about this right now. It's too hard to talk about. We're struggling right now with this. But people just keep talking about it. I think it's
Mhm.
funny, and I think she has every right to do it.
Mhm.
And I get it would be awkward in that situation, but at the same
Also-
time, you should just respect somebody else's boundary.
Also,
is it
you're an
embarrassing, though?
adult. Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's not family. You're an
Yeah.
adult. Get over yourselves.
That's true.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder how much money she made, like from her.
I know. I
family.
want to know too, Loki.
I'm
Actually,
very
included
curious.
mine.
3 months. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so long.
It's got to be like a good $30.
Yeah.
Like,
Like yeah.
that means if it took 4 months for people to stop.
4 months. Sorry.
But it's so crazy to think like however much money she has is how many times people have asked. So if she has $30, that
Yeah.
means she's heard that
30
question
times.
be asked 30 times, which is repetitive and annoying. So like I would do the same
Yeah.
thing. Like I
Yeah.
would make money off of people.
Exactly. And that's a lot
Exactly.
of pressure. A lot of young people have pressure to have to like have
Also-
children so fast.
Also, you want me to have a kid so bad? Fine, pay for it.
Literally.
That's
yeah.
literally
Exactly.
basically
Just
all
That's what you're
it is.
doing.
You're paying for
Right.
it. You're
If the
paying for
mom's
me to
gonna
have a
get mad
child.
about it, just be like, it's going to the kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's going to
exactly.
that kid that you so badly want me to have.
And I'm struggling to form.
And I'm
so
struggling. So Reddit's vote is actually, what's our vote? I think I know.
I
Not
think-
in the wrong.
Not,
Yeah, not in the wrong. Perfect. Reddit agrees with us.
Yay.
Yay, Reddit.
What?
Woo.
Want to do another one?
Terry, you want to do the next one?
Yay!
Yay!
So, am I in the wrong for not scheduling the new hires vacation? Yikes. I'm the manager of a small team at a large company. Each manager does their team schedule. I hired Lacey last week. Lacey told me she accepted the job and that she had a non-refundable vacation plans at the end of May. I told her that I did schedule and would try to accommodate her. I couldn't accommodate her at all. There's already another team member out. I put up the schedule and was very surprised at an email from Lacey regarding her vacation not being scheduled. I informed her we didn't have the flexibility and that she was expected to work. When I went to my lunch break, I walked by Lacey's desk and was surprised to see it packed. She handed me her lanyard and told me she quit. She said she wasn't losing out on $2,500 and that she already made an offer from one of the jobs she turned down and promised her vacation was safe. I'm now being called into my boss's office because she quit so fast. But in my experience, if you start a new job, you understand you are last for vacation. My fiance says that I'm an idiot and she was telling me not asking me. Am I in the wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I agree with I actually don't agree with the guy that or woman whoever posted this. So my whole thing is like where they say, oh, the first new hires get last for vacation. Actually, in my opinion, if you're hiring somebody and they tell you the things that they already have in their schedule that they're not available for,
Exactly.
you're hiring them knowing that those things they're not going to be available for those things in advance. So you need to work around that schedule because you're hiring this person and they told you. If she didn't tell you and then all of a sudden she's like, by the way, I have a random vacation.
Exactly.
It would be different. But she said, I'm assuming during the interview, hey, hi, hello, I have a non-refundable vacation that was $2,500. Sorry. I can't wait to start working for you. But it's like it's basically asking like, hey, like I'm gonna start this week, but like also can I get the vacation? Is very
factors
similar
into your availability too.
Yeah, it's very similar to, hey, I want to take this job, but I can't start for a couple weeks.
Exactly. And
same thing.
Usually those things are pretty accommodated. In my opinion, that's encouraged to tell me when you're not being able to work.
New hires aren't normally grandfathered into the schedule right away, so it shouldn't affect the rest of the schedule if she's out for a quick whatever.
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe
And
that's just
I agree
me.
with the fiance saying that the person that was hired was not asking, she was telling you, I'm not available at the end of May. It wasn't a question, can I get off on the end of May? So this person, I hope they still have their job because that's really unfortunate. But Lacey got another one. So
Good on Lacey.
Good on Lacey.
Lacey said, I am requested elsewhere.
That's why I'm scared to get a job because I feel like if I tell them like I have like 2 vacations lined up, one for like just the end of May, right before June, and then one in the end of August. So if I take a job, like they're already planned, like paid for. I don't know how to be like, hey, I can't. But like I have to, so it's interesting.
Yeah, I have that same fear because it makes you feel like that'll affect if you're hired or not.
Yeah, how they
and
go
I think
about
that
it.
factors into the work
Like
environment.
I feel bad even I
of our
told
country.
the company I just got hired for, I was like, oh, I have to have off for my graduation. It's the 5th. And they were like, oh my God, is that even a question? I just felt so bad because I don't want them to hate me.
Why is that like a culture? Like we feel bad that we have to do stuff other than work. Why is that a thing?
That
because
is
capitalism.
very much
But like
wait, there was something, oh my gosh, something that somebody, I literally was having a conversation with somebody the other day and they were like, I have to go, I have very important things, but also they told me I couldn't. And I was like, oh, I remember, sorry, my brain went, but also it was my coworker was like, oh, I was putting in my schedule. I was getting my schedule together for the job for next semester. And she had been like, I can't be scheduled on the weekends. She just put, I'm not available, like, to be scheduled. And she gave them a class schedule and everything, because you have to have your class schedule. But this was something out of her class schedule. She's like babysitting for a family member or something for numerous months at the beginning of the semester. So it's like she can't work those days. And when she said that to the guy who was making the schedule, he was like, can you elaborate? And she's like, I can't, like, I have other priorities in life, like whatever. It's a part-time job too. It's not like it's a full-time job.
Right.
And they were like, well, you can't say that. And she had to put a I at least like want this shift time, instead of just like, hey, I can't do it at all. I'm like, that's not, it's a part-time job. Like, if you're putting my class schedule into consideration, like certain
Right.
things are just as important as my classes.
And I feel like if it's a personal reason that you do not want to share, you shouldn't have to share the details of
No.
why. And I
you
get
shouldn't.
in the sense of why some people like, oh, I want to know, so you're just not blowing off work. But how likely really is that? I don't know how likely that is, but
Like, maybe
working's
this is
a
my
mess.
toxic trait, but I don't necessarily care. Like, I just feel like I want. I
love
think I'm a reliable worker. I really am. When I'm put in a situation where I have a job, like, I think I'm a reliable worker. But if I wake up one morning, I don't want to go to work. I want to live my life and do what I want to do. I will call out and have no regrets. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, if you get fired, fire me. I'll find a new
I
job.
love
There's
Amanda.
so
You know what,
many
Amanda?
jobs. There's so many jobs. I'll
Period,
find a new job. If I
queen.
can't find a
You
new
tell
job,
'em.
you know what I mean? Though it's like, I'm not gonna stop my life and all the fun things I want to do just to
Exactly.
be restricted to work, especially when I am a full-time student and I'm constantly stressed by
Exactly.
that.
Amanda
They-
said,
people don't take that in consideration.
Amanda said, life is not work. I want to live my life to the fullest.
Exactly.
And that's what you're
I agree
doing.
with Amanda. There was a
I
point
like
in-
this mentality.
Yeah.
I like
I
this
wish I had
mentality.
that mentality.
We are in the great resignation. So
There was a point in time where I had a Great Adventures pass with my friends. We had a season
Mhm.
pass. We can go whenever we wanted.
Yeah.
So on like rainy days, like when it was just muggy out and no one would be at the like amusement park,
Mhm.
we both would cut work and just come up with some like lame excuse like, oh, my pet ran away, and just go to Six Flags for the
That's so
entire day
fun.
and
Mhm.
ride like Superman 3 times in a row because there was no line. We could literally just
Yeah.
run around the stairs and just go on it
That's
again.
so fun.
And then ride El Toro 3 times in
Yeah.
a row
Ugh.
with no regrets. And we didn't really spend any money. The worst we did was
Yeah,
get
'cause
to
you-
pay for the gas.
Right.
So it's not like we were losing anything except
No,
for like
you
the
were
couple
just-
hours. And it was just a grocery store, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
It was so
You just
sick.
have to do it sometimes.
Sometimes you just gotta go for it.
and it's always the
Sometimes.
best memories.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, life happens, especially when you eventually get older. And if you have a family, if you choose to have a family, you will call out of work for numerous things that have to do
Absolutely.
with your children and your partner and
Kids.
your parents and your whatever and everything.
Right.
Blah blah blah
So
blah
in
blah.
conclusion, life happens. People should take their personal time into consideration.
Yeah.
And I think Reddit seems like they agree
Yes.
with us.
Reddit agrees.
Good job, Reddit.
The poster is in the wrong.
Yeah.
Wow, that was so bland. Let's try that again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The poster is in the wrong.
Thank
you.
I
That
thought we
was
were all
so-
doing wrong together.
Yeah,
I
I thought we were doing- I thought we were doing the
wrong.
yay.
No, I thought we were doing the in the. Okay, whatever.
We'll get
so.
them next time.
Anyways, we're gonna
We'll get 'em
next time. You know, next school year we'll get them.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
That was a good one.
That was such a good one, Tyrion. No, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we got quirky, not like the other girl stories. Your favorite stories ever. Woo, woo, woo.
Whoa.
Here's my showmo.
Oh my gosh. We still have a half hour. Wild.
Imagine.
We play Rex Orange County every week. I wish we had more in our system because I love Rex.
It would be so nice.
He's so relaxing.
Jared, if you're listening.
Jared, if you're listening, I'm still waiting for 5 Seconds of Summer. And I'm now also waiting for Rex Orange County.
Yeah.
Thanks. Jared is our music man here at WMSC.
The music man.
The music man. He's a music man. So we're back, as you can see, or hear, whatever. If you're on Facebook, you can see. That's cool. We're not gonna get all tired. No. We're not getting tired. No. We are here to have fun.
Yeah.
It is the second hour, and we have a half an hour left.
Woo.
We're in silly, goofy mood mode.
Because these stores are pretty silly and goofy.
They're pretty silly and goofy, and we're gonna do it. Okay, we have a Florida woman story, guys.
What?
Even better than a Florida man. Florida woman tells police she was following her GPS down a staircase.
What?
How?
I'm
sobbing. This is so funny.
Google Maps on X Games.
A 26-year-old woman who drove her SUV through a police pedestrian plaza and down a flight of stairs claimed she was following her GPS instructions, according to the Portland Police Department. Officers didn't buy the woman's claim, stating they felt it was her excessive blood alcohol level that led to the unusual crash.
Maybe. That seems like it could be a factor, maybe.
Police said the woman, who appeared to be in a Toyota Highlander SUV, drove through the police department garage, across a pedestrian plaza, and down the stairs. The Portland Police Department said in a Facebook post, quote, "We are fortunate that she didn't strike anyone, and this ended with just a small amount of property damage. Please don't drink and drive," end quote. The woman was issued a summons for operating while under the influence.
I can't.
So maybe she was following her GPS, but due to her high blood alcohol levels,
man,
she read it wrong. And instead of taking the right, she took the left and went down the steps.
And hit a lot of speed bumps on the way down.
A lot of speed bumps, just like excessive speed bumps.
How? I need to see where.
I just told you how.
I know how.
She
but
read her
it's
GPS
Oh my god!
wrong.
Imagine there's a video. Like there has to be some video.
There's gotta be a video.
Please.
Right? There has to be. Hold on. I'm looking. I want to see if there's a video. And if there's a video, I'm gonna watch. There's a picture.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Lara, turn on my sharing ability so I can share this with Facebook.
I can share it with the Facebook.
Lara, let me share it with the Facebook. We're sharing a picture of the car that fell down the steps. We can't share a picture of the car that fell down the steps.
Oh, copyright.
Oh, never mind, guys. So there's a big SUV and it's just chilling on some steps
It's literally like teetering.
And it's just vibing. I'm so upset. What do you mean copyright? I'm so sad. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Hilarious.
It's fine. Everything is copyrighted.
If you want to go see it, it's somewhere on the internet.
If you want to.
If you want to.
I think my favorite is the view from the back though. The license plate is like covered.
Is it?
But you could.
Oh my gosh.
The wheels are up in the air.
Yeah. You can see the spare tire underneath the car.
I can't.
That's so funny. That's amazing. Wow.
That's really funny.
Imagine being that bad and getting into a car. Couldn't be me though.
Don't drink and drive, please.
Don't. Please.
Yeah,
don't.
do not do that.
Don't
That's
do
a really
that.
bad idea. Always.
Many regrets, like this man who bought a cockatoo.
What?
So
Where
for
do you see
context.
this? Oh, I see it now. Oh
So-
no, not the man with the cockatoo.
Yep. So he regretted buying a cockatoo.
What?
Can you dump it? Thank you. I hope that was enough time.
I hope so too.
I hope so too. He regretted buying a cockatoo after discovering it likes to sing drowning pools bodies.
What?
That's iconic.
Oh my gosh.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Wait,
Is this
that-
a
Oh,
song
that's
called
that. That's that song.
Yeah, like let the
Oh,
bodies. hit the
That's
floor.
amazing. How does it know how to sing that? I want to know how to sing that.
I don't think you do. I mean, I think
As
it
a
would be fitting.
cockatoo.
Oh,
How does a cockatoo do that?
they can talk. Anyways,
talk?
let's get into it.
Yes.
Yes, they can talk.
Cockatoos can talk.
Those are the birds, like the.
I thought it was a parrot.
They do. A bunch of them do it.
A lot of birds can talk, including seagulls,
What?
actually.
What?
No.
I was waiting for the reaction.
No more from you.
You're done.
So
I was waiting for the reaction.
Done. clipping
Alright.
the audio with your seagulls.
I'm done.
I swear to God,
So-
I just heard a seagull sound effect.
No, I wish we had one though.
If
That
I,
would've been
this
funny.
summer, I'll never be able to look at them the same.
I'm literally gonna think of Amanda every time. I'm like, Amanda.
So, if you've ever purchased something from the classified ads website called Craigslist, you'll be familiar with the immense scaling that comes with for money to a complete stranger. You never know what you're gonna get really with Craigslist, honestly. But so first thought for this TikToker, Bodon Reykjavik.
I don't know. I'm so
think
glad
it's
you gave that to
Reykjavik.
Terry, Lara.
Yeah. So took ownership of a cockatoo via the website and only later discovered that it likes to repeatedly sing Drowning Pool's the 2001 new metal floor filler Bodies. We know what you're thinking. Is that even a problem? I think it is a little bit, but it might be.
I don't think it's a full problem.
For
I think
our
it's like
rockers out there, it's not.
I think if I'm
maybe.
sleeping and I hear let the bodies hit the, I'm gonna be like,
That'd be an interesting morning alarm.
That's
but-
like Lara. Add that to Lara's list of me waking up in the middle of the night.
right. Or
She's got
maybe,
a cockatoo singing Bodies.
or maybe it is a jackpot that you found a really cool cockatoo who likes really good music.
Trying to just sing a different song.
That's so true. But
Whoa.
Bowden doesn't seem to think so. So in a TikTok video, the pet owner describes his experience of buying his new metal loving feathered friend and captions it, quote, "Man buys cockatoo, instantly regrets it," end quote. He explains while being interrupted by shrill squawking sounds, quote, "So this is dumb. I just bought a cockatoo from someone on Craigslist and it keeps on making these noises," end quote. Then, after pretending to not know the song and asking his viewers what the sounds could be, he asked his pretty bird what she's singing. The cockatoo then styles out Body's chorus and squawks an earworming line, quote, "Let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor," before mimicking late vocalist Dave Williams' growl on the third and final floor. That's really funny. In the second half of the video, Bowden adds in the real track alongside some gnarly animations and effects. Whether he really bought the bird from Craigslist, though, is anyone's guess. Who would ever want to part with such a talented creature? I don't know how to feel about this.
I think that this cockatoo is the most talented cockatoo you'll ever meet.
Yeah, that's iconic.
I'm
It's
staring
iconic.
Emily
It
directly
is
in the eyes as
iconic.
I'm saying this. I'm
I
like,
don't know
this
what
is
to
the
say
most
about
talented
this.
cockatoo you will ever meet. As I stare at Emily.
Birds.
Birds.
Birds are great.
Birds are a part of the bourgeoisie.
It's so true. Particularly this one. This one
This
runs
one's
the
gotta
whole
be.
operation.
No, yeah, for sure. They're like bodies, floor.
This is like the war call, and then they all just flock together.
They all attack like your fries. At the
That's
beach.
like in that's like in Wizard of Oz with the flying monkeys.
Oh my
Fly!
god.
Just fly, cockatoos, fly. As Bodies plays in
This
the
also
background.
feels like kind of like a movie plot when somebody puts a cursed item that had, I don't know, something to do with murders or something like that, and someone gets a hold of it. That's
Mhm.
what this is, but it's a cockatoo that's a rocker. And I think that's honestly probably better than something haunted or cursed.
I'm just thinking about a whole group of cockatoos
Hold
in together singing Bodies.
Oh my
just as
God.
they fly through
I
the sky.
love Rio.
Wait, Terry, did you really just try to compare like this cockatoo to
I love-
Annabelle or something?
Annabelle.
Getting like something from Annabelle is a haunted thing that was like in a shop.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I thought you were talking about
Like,
Rio.
who's
I was like,
Annabelle?
that's a different movie.
No.
That was funny. Ugh.
I'll take a cockatoo that sings over a creepy doll.
Oh,
Maybe
no, me too.
maybe the station can adopt it and this could be the new mascot.
The new
Oh,
mascot,
no.
Annabella, new mascot,
New mascot?
new mascot.
How much budget do we
How much budget do we have to get this mascot? I'll buy it off of them.
Yeah, back on Craigslist.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's such a everything about that story Just
I
made
love
me,
it.
just made me so happy.
I don't want the bird though for myself.
Oh no, but we can have it for the station.
Yeah, for sure.
We can teach it different songs.
We need a new feathered friend for our feathered friend.
Our feather friend Joe.
Yeah.
Joe the penguin.
Joe
the penguin.
Anyways.
Joe. We're now going to talk about the moon.
The moon?
The moon.
Do tell.
Crimes committed on the moon could be punishable by Canadian law. NASA's Artemis endeavor might finally bring humanity back to the moon in 2025, revamping lunar exploration with enough vigor to match the Apollo years. Readying themselves for that future, Canadian officials say that they're prepared to prevent any and all lunar shenanigans. There's going to be lunar shenanigans. Can I be a part of it? Canada on Thursday proposed an amendment to its criminal code, which would allow for the prosecution of crimes committed by Canadian astronauts during their 3 off-Earth scenarios, while traveling to the moon, from the moon, and when they're on the glowing orb itself. More closely, the country's new proposed code outlined here in Bill C-19 reads a quote, a Canadian crew member who, during a space flight, commits an act or omission outside Canada that, if committed in Canada, would constitute as an indictable offense, is deemed to have committed that act or omission in Canada. That's a lot of just in Canada. End quote. Underneath this clause, it specifies that the rule applies to its crimes committed on or in relation to a flight element of the lunar gateway, or on any means of transportation to or from the lunar gateway, or on the surface of the moon. Taking out the complexities, this all just means moon explorers from Canada better be on their best behavior. No loitering near a cool crater, littering freeze-dried ice cream wrappers on the moon rocks, and definitely no stealing from a vulnerable alien if you find one. Lunar lawlessness is a thing of the past. Perhaps we'll soon see other countries following in Canada's footsteps, revving up the next generation of lunar exploration, and maybe even deep space adventures, because, well, wherever there are humans, there's a possibility of error, even on the moon.
That's so true.
There were so many times I wanted to say Canada, and I had to stop myself.
Canada.
Also, this is kind of good on Canada. At first I was reading and I was like, this is kind of weird. But then I thought about it, and like we said, humans like to just destroy things.
Yeah.
And they just like to
yeah.
make things awful. So why destroy other planets that are not our own, or
Yeah.
other, things that are not our own?
Things in the solar system.
So yeah, I'm down with that.
That's fine.
I think that's a
Someone's
vibe.
got to do it.
Someone's got to do it, and Canada is the one.
Canada is, because they're so nice and a lot better than us.
Not the 2, the 3, the 4. No, the one.
Yeah. Yeah, tell them, Gav.
Yeah, Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
You got. Wait, pause. I'm sorry. I just glanced at the next story and it really just threw me off. Are we allowed to talk about that on air?
I was gonna ask you that.
I don't know. Lara.
I love how Lara has given me all the lines to walk today.
I know. You're just walking we're just walking all the
We're
lines
walking
today.
all of
Lara.
them. Lara.
We're trying to figure out if we're allowed to say this story on air.
I will walk the line.
You're going to?
So I think I'm going to.
Lara's only response was, she's walking on sunshine. Lara, we're asking if we're actually allowed to do this.
So I guess
story.
I'm gonna take that as a green light.
Yes, we can. Okay.
So we're sending alien graphic photos.
Oh, that was good. Okay.
Lure them to us. NASA thinks so. So if
Well, if NASA thinks so.
I can't do this story. Everything that is in my head currently. Everything that is in my head currently.
What a
is not FCC safe.
So I'll really walk this line. This is gonna be so difficult. All right. The message will also come from the invitation to respond should aliens ever discover it. The pictures aren't graphic, but rather illustrations of unclothed men and women with DNA description. So they're sending these illustrations and things to aliens, hoping that they'll see them.
Okay.
To make the unclad humans more inviting, the men and women are waving in the picture. How kind of them to include that.
What if an alien thought that waving
what if it's offensive?
What if it's offensive to an alien?
What if they think that's just how we look? So they show up and they're like, "What's on your body?" Like, why? I'm here for a party, a good time.
Here for a good time. not a long time.
Can't. So NASA revealed the image in a study that's part of the quote Beacon in the Galaxy BITG study. Sorry, the latest in the string of attempts to reach their other intelligent life. This isn't the first time naked depictions of humans have been sent to space. The Pioneer plaque sent to space on the 1972 Pioneer 10 and 1973 Pioneer 11 missions also featured illustrations of a stripped down man and woman. The study devised by Jonathan Jiang said, quote, the proposed messages includes basic mathematical and physical concepts to establish a universal means of communication, followed by information on the biochemical compositions of life on Earth, the solar system's time-stamped position in the Milky Way relative to known globular clusters, as well as digitized depictions of the solar system and Earth's surface, end quote. BITG's message written in binary code, which the scientists believe is the closest thing to a universal language. Should the message be sent to space, it will be transmitted from the 500-meter aperture spherical radio telescope in China and the SETI Institute's Allen Telescope Array in Northern California. Perhaps most controversially, the message will include some information about the location of the Earth. Some experts worried this will be seen as an invitation for a potentially hostile alien species to damage our home planet. Whew, we walked the line and we got it through.
I love you, but I
Every
only paid
time.
attention to the funny parts.
I'm sure you did. Basically, aliens have pictures of what we look like
and our anatomy.
and they also said the location of like how space works and where Earth is. And I don't know. How do you feel about this?
I also needed to stop listening because all my comments were very not FCC
Oh,
safe.
I am so sure of that, which I love you for showing some self-restraint.
It was so unfortunate because like I can't even say it, but I want to.
She's a funny gal.
Just one word that I want to say,
Jesus.
but I can't say it. So
But on that
we're gonna
note,
move along.
how do you feel about this?
I think this is interesting. Are they gonna send some back?
I was just about to say that. I was like, I wonder
Is
what an
this
alien
Snapchat?
looks like, to be honest.
Oh my god, can we send them our
Snapchat.
Snapchat?
Oh my God.
Is this Snapchat?
I
Wait,
wonder-
I
Will it
was-
work in space?
They said they wrote it in binary code, and I'm really interested in why they think that's a universal language.
I don't know why they think any language is a universal language.
It's funny
not.
that how that's an
My
assumption.
I'm gonna send aliens bleep
Zero,
blop
zero,
bloop bloop, and they're
zero,
gonna
one.
understand
Yeah,
me.
what
110.
language do aliens speak, right?
Bleep
Uh,
blop bloop bloops. I thought we already went over this.
Oh. My God.
They go
Boop,
bleep
bop.
blop bloop bloop. What if they speak English? They're just like, hey, hi, and we're
I
like,
would get really freaked out by
I
that.
think I'd be really freaked out.
What
as
if they
well.
just like communicate through like their minds or like sounds?
or like they have
probably don't
antennas?
speak.
What if they have antennas and they're like?
I hope
and
this
that's,
happens
like-
not in our lifetime. I don't have the bandwidth to do aliens on top of everything else that's going on.
I think I could. I kind of want to meet an alien. I think it'd be fun.
At this point, I feel like that wouldn't be so far fetched just to see an alien with like everything that's just gone
Just
on.
like,
look,
I feel like
Like,
there's
yo,
just...
sup, dap them up.
Look, aliens do exist.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, that's why Area 51 exists. And if you think I'm wrong, you're wrong.
You're done.
You're done. Because we all know that aliens exist, and the reason we're not allowed in Area 51 is because there are aliens and they're hiding them from us. So this is me saying my statement, my personal statement, not the station statement. And there are aliens, and I want to meet them because I feel like it would be fun. Do you think I could get into Area 51? I also talked
No,
about this on air last
no.
week for
Probably
what's
not.
trending, and I feel as though the government is going to come after me. I think I can come in.
Remember that time where everyone during quarantine was
They
so
went
ready
and they wanted to raid
storm
Area 51.
Area 51?
Oh,
They
yeah.
did.
The
They had a whole
Facebook group?
party outside of it.
That's really funny.
It was a good time.
We should bring it back.
I should go. I genuinely think just me by myself, and I just use my ninja skills. You think I could get in?
Now that the government and the birds of the bourgeoisie have heard you say this, I think they're gonna like lock
No.
it down. She's coming. Shut it down.
She is coming. No, I think they're listening. The government, if you're listening, I may or may not be joking. We'll never
Alright,
know.
Gabi.
I'm looking at the camera.
Let's
in
go
the
looking at
room.
BMO.
Hi BMO, if you're listening. Hi.
We know what you're doing over in 50.
I know what you're doing over in Area 51, BMO.
Oh God, we might have a host.
BMO comes in. Shut up.
Right.
But
you
yeah,
know too much, Gab. We might not have a host next semester.
I know it, guys. You're losing your host because I'm gonna be taken away by the
It's
government.
for a better cause.
It's for better cars. When I am in holding, I will in fact get out to go find the aliens. That's how I'm getting in.
Right.
They're gonna keep me in Area 51 right under the aliens' noses. And that is how we're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Do
just
aliens
saying.
have noses?
They might.
They
How are they
might.
gonna smell?
With their ears.
What if their noses are
Yeah.
under their armpits?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we don't know.
They like raise
so
their arms and
gross.
they're like, and it's just like a whiff.
You are such a strange woman.
I'm so glad you said that. Because I am.
She just went whoosh.
No, but like because when your arms are down, like you can't. Well, what if they don't have arms? Wait, hold on. I'm going on a tangent.
You're
So, like,
spiraling like I would.
what if when their arms are down, right, and their noses are in their arms are down, and then they can't smell anything, right?
Like
they
they
can turn off
choose.
their sense of smell, and then all of a sudden they put their arms up, and it's just like a whoosh of scent.
What if they have antennas and that's how they smell, but they don't
But
see, but they feel
no,
with their
but the
fingers?
antennas
are how they
communicate.
There's so
do
many
that.
ways we can go with this. The reason I
That's-
was quiet.
The antennas are the way that they communicate. Because then imagine having that like ability to just lift your arms and then your armpits smell,
That's so
right?
true.
That would be so cool. Like go to like a Cinnabon and then go and stand there and do that. That would be like a glorious
That's so true.
experience.
What
Can I
if
just say
What if
that?
the aliens looked like us? Though.
Yeah,
I
that's
think-
scary.
What if you're an alien right now?
Bum, bum.
Aw, that's
Where are you
real-
from? What planet are you from?
I was racially motivated.
I said what planet.
Okay.
I said what planet, not what country.
Mars. I'd be from Mars.
You're from Mars?
No,
Ooh.
Of
I think
course.
that's too basic. I think I'm a Saturn girl.
I was gonna say that.
Neptune.
You're from Neptune.
I'm from Neptune. For
why
sure.
why have you been lying to us all semester?
I don't know. It just hasn't come up. Honestly,
Just imagine being an alien, acting as everybody, and then being like, it just hasn't come up.
I mean, like, no
so
one
I didn't tell you.
asked. Like, imagine. But imagine not asking.
Imagine all
Like, I
the
could've-
people. We're
Yes.
aliens.
All right.
Living
We're
for
aliens.
today.
This conversation.
I think, but that's what I think. Also, when I'm imagining an alien, I imagine like a burnt orangey brown color.
I think green.
green.
Why do you-
Green.
Of course, you all
Aliens are
think.
green.
Of course, you all think green because you're not realistic people. So
You're not thinking outside the box, everybody.
You're
like
right.
Gabby is.
They're
going
orange because
to
they
be-
blend into the
You
surface
know,
of Mars.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
That's exactly
Jesus.
why. And then I feel like their eyes are very tiny little like balls
All
on
right.
their face. And
Gabby,
then
I got one for you. We're
and
just
then-
gonna have a draw off. I have markers and crayons. We can draw.
Are you telling me I can use my intense artistic skills to draw an alien?
If it stops you from going
That's
on this
good.
tangent, it'll-
I think I will draw a whole thing. I'll come back first buzz of the semester next semester. I will let you all know what my alien looks like.
I'm excited.
I'm excited as well.
All right.
I think it's a good idea.
I don't think anyone heard that. I did that little anime wow, and it was like spot on.
I didn't hear it. Do it
I'll
again.
try to do it again. Wow! No, it's not. A little off key. You have to be there.
It was so good.
You
I love
have to
it.
be there,
He's
dog.
sitting 5 feet from Terry. You had to be
You have to be there,
You
bro.
have to be in the room where it happened, bro.
Exactly.
Well, we're gonna
There's
stop
a-
talking about
There's a
aliens.
lot of things that happened in this room now that we brought it up.
Yeah, now that you've brought it up, Terry, there's so many things that have happened in this room, in the past semester for the Friday buzz.
Right.
Like let's reflect.
As a reminder for if you're just joining us, today is the last Friday buzz of our semester, and we're very, very sad about it.
So sad. Face.
Very sad.
I'm trying to find so we can do a recap. Hold on. Give me a second.
We're doing a recap.
I'm gonna find it. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. Just give
What
me
you're
a
looking
second.
for? And then
I'm looking for a sound effect.
bloop,
bloop, bloop.
I'm looking for
Wow.
It's
wow, no, I can't do it now. It was too good the first
Hold
time.
on, I'm trying to find it. I can't find it.
Hey guys, Gabby's trying to find it.
You got a
trying to find
wristband. You need a wristband to get in. You can't get in with a wristband.
Okay.
While
Elmo,
you find it,
that's your Elmo.
let's talk about our favorite memories
our
from
favorite
Friday
memories.
Buzz. Who wants to start? You want to start, Em?
Oh, I found it.
Hit us.
We're going back and we're rewinding to the beginning of the Friday morning buzz
Of the spring semester.
of the spring semester. Emily.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moment for the Friday morning buzz?
Oh boy. I mean, being called out by you countless number of times, definitely enjoyable.
I love calling you out.
Stuttering on my sportscast. Definitely has
Delicious.
to be definitely Zoo Pals though.
Zoo
Zoo
Pals.
Pals is
Good.
definitely the highlight.
That's a good
Zoo
one of the
one.
Pals is such a
highlights.
good one. We spent so much time talking about Zoo Pals.
Oh, absolutely.
If y'all didn't listen to that episode, we talked about Zoo Pals because they are discontinued, and we talked about them for a very long time. And Terry never used a Zoo Pal,
I never did.
nor
'cause-
ate smiley fries.
Yeah.
I still have
So-
them in my freezer. So
But you ate half the bag.
There's some.
There's like
There's like
two.
one
There's like one smiley fry just sitting there waiting for Terry. On
on a Zoo Pal
a Zoo
plate.
Pal plate.
In a perfect world.
If I had a Zoo Pal plate, hold on.
No, literally. We can get them off eBay. In a pack of
$8 a plate. Used.
Yeah.
What about it?
Let's go.
But
I
yeah,
can
those,
clean it.
those are
Okay,
really
hold
good
on.
memories. Those were really
That
funny
was a
conversations.
good. Yeah, that was a really good conversation. Gina, what was your favorite moment of the Friday morning buzz this semester?
I loved when we all had when you got us all JoJo bows.
Yeah,
That was
JoJo
really
bows.
good.
I hope you keep the JoJo bows.
I
and,
still have
forever.
mine.
I think I might like clip mine onto the top of the top mirror thingy in my car.
Oh, that's
They're so cute. That was my favorite moment. We all had matching, like all had the same like bows,
cute.
and
That was a good show too.
Yeah,
It was a
no,
very good
really
show.
was. That
We
was my
left the
favorite.
show. We were like, it was a great show. It's all because of the JoJo bows.
Yes.
And I was like, JoJo Siwa, unite.
Yes.
I love JoJo Siwa.
Yeah. Anytime we talked about JoJo Siwa, it was good.
I think I agree.
100%.
Yeah.
I very much agree.
She was our like mascot.
She's our safe space.
Yeah.
JoJo is our safe space.
Yeah.
Oh my god, did you see that? She went to Disney. She's in Disney with
Kylie.
with
Yes.
Kylie.
Yes.
And they finally officially said that they're back together, like officials. I'm so
What?
happy.
Yeah.
They go back together?
Yeah.
This is news
The
to
caption
me.
is
They're
like,
soulmates.
if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, if it's
forever.
Oh my god.
Wow, I have so many words.
They're so cute.
I
It was
love
so
that.
cute. It was such a
Yeah.
cute post. Anyways, they were like in front of the castle. I was like, oh my gosh. But now I'm on a JoJo tangent, so we're not gonna do that. Amanda, I know you haven't been here super long, but you have had an interesting experience here on the Morning Buzz on Fridays, specifically because of your hot takes.
Yeah. I have very hot
What,
takes.
in fact, was your favorite moment?
I have a lot. I think my favorite has to be the countless bird stories are always fantastic.
Yeah.
For
But I
sure. You love
think
birds.
my favorite was the dog treats, honestly.
The dog treats.
Oh, the
I
dog
forgot
Oh
treats.
my
about that.
gosh, the dog treats.
Wild. That was a wild one.
Crazy.
You know what I love about Amanda is that when you speak, it's so worthwhile. And I'm not saying that as a joke.
No, like that's
Every
very valid.
time you bring stuff up, I never forget.
Amanda
it.
doesn't speak a lot, but when she does speak, it's always memorable.
It's always memorable, and it'll always shake up the room. I love it.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah,
That's
you're
awesome.
welcome.
Her legacy is dog treats and
and
seagulls.
seagulls.
Way to be
Alright.
remembered.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
a way to go out.
What a way to go. We'll put it on your tombstone one day.
8 dog treats and loved seagulls.
Yes.
that.
Valid.
Great.
Nothing more you need to know.
Terry.
Hi.
Hi. What was your favorite memory?
Being a part of this amazing crew is probably my favorite
No,
memory.
I need a memory.
But other than that, I think when I unmuted my first show and I was like, "Hi Gina, I'm new."
Oh, that was
Oh,
good.
I
Yeah.
forgot
Yeah,
about that.
that
was so good.
is probably definitely one
Amanda
of my
wasn't
highlights.
here for that.
Amanda so
it was Terry's first show.
I didn't know.
She was newscaster.
Yeah.
And she
How'd your
came
job?
on a long time ago. And she came on and we were on Zoom, and you're not supposed to unmute your Zooms, as you know. I'm the only one who unmutes it.
But I didn't know that.
And she didn't know that. We didn't really tell her. And Gina was on Zoom that day. And so she thought when we were on break that nobody would hear her. Facebook does.
Oh no.
So like the radio didn't, but Facebook did. And she goes, "Hi Gina, I'm new."
I just
All of
wanted to
Facebook could hear it.
introduce myself.
And we were like, Terry.
Like,
Stop, do you still have that moment? Like, you should clip that.
It's,
'cause that's
we gotta
hilarious.
find your first day because it's on
Yeah,
that first day.
it's definitely recorded. So that
That's
should have been a
fantastic.
short. That
should
should have been a short on
yeah.
YouTube because that one was really good. But that's definitely one of my
That's
favorite.
such a
memories.
good memory.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
How about you, Gabby?
Oh, there's so many because I've been here since the beginning. And so is Gina. Wow, me and Gina are the two OGs of the Friday.
Aw.
Wow.
Anyways, I don't know. Every week has a great memory. Zoo Pals is definitely one of my faves. The Seagull conversation in general, 100% a favorite. Why? You're a mess. That's what I've got. I had another one and it just fell out of my brain. Oh, when I exposed Lara live on air.
Oh.
That was fantastic.
Wait, for what?
And then
About-
Linda, shout out Linda, also posted on Facebook. We love you, Linda.
Thanks, Linda.
Catching on to it. That was great. I can't wait for that to eventually be a short, which she made. So I don't know why she's not posting it. Wow.
Of you exposing her?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That was a fun one. Yeah, I love calling my little gremlin in the corner.
Those are always good
Aw.
She's
moments.
so cute. I
She's
hate
so
I
cute.
love stealing the mouse away from her so she
Right.
doesn't
Shout out
do
to
that.
Lara. She's worked really hard for us this semester.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
done
and this
such
whole
a great
year.
job.
Thank you, Lara.
She's done such a great job here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I love my buzz, and we're gonna go a little over time because I'm the boss of this show.
Tell him.
Yeah.
Let him know.
And nobody else is coming in at 9 a.m. so it's fine. We do want to do one final, also JoJo. Sorry, JoJo is my favorite always. We do want to do one final goodbye to our senior Emily Struble. Emily is graduating, and though she was here for a short amount of time, she's so impactful.
So impactful.
I'm gonna cry. I love my Emily Struble.
You've worked so hard this semester.
And we got so close over this semester. It's so weird. I don't understand.
That's so true.
It was so weird. Like, we and Emily just all of a sudden we just started hanging out all the time, and now I'm like always over her apartment. It's really weird.
Because she's so amazing, and thank you
She
for all the
is.
work you've put towards this buzz
Thank you
and
for having
your
me,
newscast
guys.
or your sportscast.
You're one of the
Shout out
reasons
to
this
Liz.
buzz is the best buzz.
It's so true. You are. You're such a
Mhm.
great factor to it. So we wish you luck on
We wish you-
everything you do.
You're gonna do amazing going
Yeah.
into sports, I hope.
Sports. all the
Sports.
way.
Oh, I hope.
Sports.
Yeah, no, because you do great with sports. You're passionate about it. I can tell. I mean, I watched you watch a hockey game the other night.
Wow, yeah, that was intense.
literally
I'm so
very
glad, my
intense.
friend.
It went into triple overtime. It was crazy. But yeah, so you're very passionate. So I hope you are successful in what you're passionate about because you're great.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you for
I hope
everything.
we all
trying-
do well, and I hope I see you down
I'm
the
like
line soon.
emotional. Like, I'm so emotional. I
I'm
love
gonna give you a
Emily.
hug after.
I'm gonna give you a hug after because I love Emily. She's one of my favies. I love her. But you all are the reason that Those Buzz has become such a great success, and that's why we got voted best buzz, and all that jazz.
Don't
and-
forget it.
Yeah.
Do
and
not
don't forget
forget it.
Also,
And
we
don't
won-
you forget it.
also, Terry and I won the superlative for best co-host duo
Yeah.
for the morning
Yeah.
buzz.
We
We
and
did.
because
So,
who else would have been?
Who else would have won it?
Sorry,
So,
Monday through Thursday.
shout out to my co-host Terry
thank
for stepping up to the plate and being absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much.
You really just done it, and you were destined for great things as well, but you're also still a little sophomore being going into your junior year.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
I'm going into my senior. That's gross.
Me
Um,
too.
Gross. Amanda gets it. But and my two gals, Gina, you're amazing as always. What's
Aw.
poppin'? I hope it continues because it's my favorite segment of the week.
It's
like
always
genuinely.
popping with Gina.
And
poppin'.
Amanda, I hope you stay. Queen, because you're doing amazing.
You-
like we
yeah.
said earlier, everything you say, it's perfect.
You don't give
You
yourself
know,
enough
you
credit. You've done
don't.
phenomenal since
You're
you've been with
amazing.
us.
Thank you.
I'm done being emotional now because I might start crying because I'm actually really, really sad that this buzz is
Aw.
ending. This is my
Aw.
favorite buzz ever. I've been on like 3 different buzzes. Actually, like
Buzz.
also like been a guest on a couple other buzzes, but like 3, I've been a part of 3 different buzzes within my year, and this has been my absolute favorite. And it'll probably
Aw.
stay my absolute favorite. Sorry to whoever's my buzz next year. But yeah, anyways. So we're going to end it here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. This has been the Friday Morning Buzz for the last time this semester. I am your host, Gabi Lutz, with my co-host, Terry Dickerson, our newscaster, Amanda Gediosi, our segment host, What's Poppin' with Gina Morelli, and Sports with Emily Struble. Stay tuned later. I'm going to have a show. So yeah, bye guys.
Bye.
Sit back and relax because you're listening to 90.3 WMSC